So, welcome back to Steins Gate, where we last left off, talking to Mr. Braun, or Mr. Bond, or Mr. Brown, whatever you want to pronounce his name, or Tenyoji. So, shall we continue? A stern man talking about love like that sends shivers down my spine.
修理をお願いしたい。最優先だ。
相変わらず変な話し方だな、おめえって。
Manager immediately begins investigating the cause of the problem. With nothing better to do, I just look around the store. I don't know if it's just dust or whatever, but something's stagnant about the atmosphere here. And I got mail. From Mayuri. Don't trade it in for funds. Oppa is super popular, you know, even more popular than the protagonist, Kakeru-kun. It's such a cute character, it makes me want to buy them all. It's a very Ryushi-like obsession. I mean, what the hell? Okarin, when you were in high school, you collected a lot of black fingerless gloves, didn't you? It's like that. Sure, well, let's reply with that one. Indeed, it must absolutely not reveal that to anyone else. That was necessary to seal the abominable monster lying dormant in this right arm of mine. This guy was fapping. He was nothing but fapping. Okay. Close. Or send. Yay. Okay. There we go. Shall I read this again? I don't know if it's the dust or whatever, but something stagnant about the atmosphere here. And there are CRTs everywhere. The way they're all over the place makes them seem like junk, but they're all functional according to Mr. Braun. There are a full range of old to new, old-fashioned ones from the Showa era, flat-screen ones, even HD CRTs that came just out before the mainstream transition to LCDs.
今日は遅くまでやっているんですね。普通だったら夜7時には店じまいでしょ。
Akihabara crowds rapidly thin at night. The major electronic shops all close up around 8 or 9 p.m. And then, as the liveliness of the day were all alive, the town dives into silence.
今日はこれから客が来るんでな。
客？例の小動物ですか？
おめえな、俺の愛しい娘を小動物呼ばわりするんじゃねえ。
Manager glares at me, takes a photo of his wallet, and glazes lovely upon it. In that photo is a little girl around elementary age, shyly making a peace sign. The uninformed would assume this muscle-bound old guy to be some pedophile, but the girl in the photograph is manager's real daughter. She is about 6 years old now, I think. She is the second thing this old man loves. What was her name again? I have seen her come to play at the workshop every now and then. Yeah, that's it. Tenyoji Nai is written with the unusual kanji to braid. Don't ask me. She pops up at the store from time to time, so she's interacted with us, the inhabitants of the second floor before. Though I should say Mayuri's instead of us. Mayuri's the one who she gets along with. She's afraid of Dadu and me and keeps her distance. She can sense my exhausting aura of insanity such as young in age. Such a promising young lass. Manager makes a grandiose kissing gesture at his daughter's photo. That's really disturbing.
しかし、娘以外でこの工房に客が来ることがあるんですか？
I've been renting the lab space for about half a year, but I don't think I ever seen a customer here. This place obviously isn't turning a profit. Hell, it would be suspicious if it did.
客っつうかなんつうか
Putting away the photo and going back to checking the TV, manager gives me a vague answer.
ああ、これは多分基板のハンダ浮きだな。直せろぜ。
そうですか。ではよろしく。
待ってろ。見積もり書作ってやる。
金を取るのか？
当たり前だろ。払わねえつもりだったのか。
このテレビはあなたからもらったものだぞ。
だからなんだよ。アフターサービスまでタダでやってやるとは言ってねえぜ。
おのれ、自分を間近のオンボロを押し付けておいてその言い草とは。
うるせえな。だったら一つやってもいいんだぞ。家電リサイクル法で回収費ももらうけどな。
横暴だぞ。人類史の未来を変えるやもしれぬ男からたかろうとは。
ああ、それ誰のことだ。
俺のことに決まっているでしょ。
歯磨いて寝ろよガキ。そもそも2階をただ同然で貸してやってるこの俺にそういうこと言うとはいい度胸だな。
修理代は弾もう、ミスター・ブラウン。
In the end, I'm no match for the old man. Then I hear the door open. When I look up, I see a lone female guest enter. Her clothes complements her athletic build. Her vintage jersey hugs her along smooth arms. Her snug spats accordingly the sinew in her slender thigh.
Oh.
Instantly, I feel like the stand. The world has been invoked. I really want to talk about what just happened. The woman keeps her arm outstretched with her index fingers and thumb in circles, frustrated. This gesture became popular among children several years ago. Several years back when a male idol started using it. No, actually, I think some of it was a veteran voice actor on a toy TV morning news program that coined it. Either way, it's really old. Is she the guest manager she was talking about? Maybe she's not a customer, but one of his acquaintances. Another daughter born from a different mother? Maybe even a lover? She finally drops the mourning pose and clears her throat.
さっき電話したアマネです。
And then time began to move again.
ああ、バイトの面接したいって子な。俺が店長の天王寺だ。
バイトの面接だと？こんな若い女性が？この新規臭くておしゃれ感ゼロで繁盛もしておらずむさいおっさんが店長のブラウン管工房にバイト希望だというのか？
おめえ、来月から2階の家賃1000円増しな。
俺は事実を言ったまでですよ。もっとも部外者が口を出す問題ではないが、しかしブラウン管工房がバイトを募集していたとはな。この暇さではその必要性を全く感じないのだが。
ああ、それは私が電話で無理って頼んだんです。
She answers awkwardly.
最初は断られたんだけどさ、店長さんにどうしてもお願いしますって。
That honestly surprising.
今時珍しい若者がいたもんだよな。ま、そこの椅子に座んな、お嬢ちゃん。
失礼します。
Looks like they really are going to have an interview. I thought I should leave, but since they're not telling me to, I guess I'll stick around for a bit. Her expression is stiffed. I guess she's nervous. Just because of a John interview? In contrast to how she is, she says she wouldn't take no for an answer. She doesn't seem so enthusiastic anymore.
で、名前は何だって？
天音鈴葉です。
年は
18。
Same as me, huh?
学生？
ううん。
She shakes her head. A freelance part-timer?
なんでうちで働きたいんだ？
ブラウン管が好きだから。
採用、明日から来い。
それでいいのか？というかこれはコントか？もしかして仕込みか？
ありがとう、店長さん。
But the woman's name, Haname Susuha, eventually breathes a sigh of relief. And then she looks at me.
ところでさ、君は誰？
俺のな、聞きたいというのか？いや、やめておけ。それを知ることでお前にも最悪が降りかかるかもしれん。これまでも多くの人が俺の名を知ったことで機関に狙われた。アメリカのサラ、イタリアのクラウディア、フランスのシモン。これ以上誰かを危険な目に遭わせるわけには。
おい、アホな妄想してんじゃねえよ。
She interrupted by my emotionless words.
このバカ男は2階に間借りしてる岡部倫太郎ってんだ。
Manager introduces me instead.
岡部ではない。俺は法院。
うるせえ。家賃さらに1000円上乗せするぞ。
岡部倫太郎だ。
The woman stands up, places her hand on my shoulder, and looks at me with a serious expression.
君を狙ってるその期間ってのが何なのかわかんないけど、もし困ってんなら私に相談して。岡部倫太郎、そういうの慣れてるからさ。
は
Used to stuff like what?
場合によっては手段を選ばず痛めつけてやることも可能だし。
ミスター・ブラウン、彼女は採用しない方がいいと思う。
ああ、物騒だな。騒ぎ起こしたらクビにするからな。そもそもその期間なんたらは岡部の創作だから本気にすんな。
創作？
せいぜいそう思ってるがいいさ。
But someday the world will surely genuflect before my presence. Wahahaha. And then Amane Susuha stares straight at me again. Maybe she has a habit of looking people in the eye.
そういうのが流行ってんだ。勉強になったよ。
No, I don't think it is.
That's it.
It's so hot, I know. But hold on, we got mail. Let's see. What about what happened yesterday? Were you really okay with leaving yesterday's exorcism at that? I feel like it needed to be more ceremonial, and I think something might happen to Chiyomaru-san's body due to my irresponsibility exorcism. It bothered me so much I can't sleep at night. P.S. Because of that, I couldn't do more than 3 practice swings with Sabidari. Let's reply with this. It wasn't bad, just a little clumsy. If your body is made to serve God, then you should act more dignified, right? Be careful from now on. There we go. Close the phone and get back to this. When I came back to Akihabara after university this morning, an unbearable heat embraces my skin. So I buy iced coffee at the bakery inside Yodobashi to quench my thirst for now. And while I'm at it, I guess I'll check at the channel on my phone. I check almost regularly now. The occult board, the future technology board, occasionally the physics board. I go to some others, but not periodically. I butchered that word. I tried looking for threads for the mass disappearance phenomenon or Mikase Kurusu stabbing, but there weren't any. So were those just illusions after all? When I picked at the occult board, someone claims to be John Titor was posting in threads here and there. John Titor, after this long? I'm actually quite knowledgeable about him. He appeared on an online American BBS post-bulletin system 10 years ago. Claimed to be a time traveler. He claimed to have time travels from 2036 in order to obtain an old computer, IBM 51000. He then got into fervent discussions with the BBS Denises. Titor also predicted fragments of future events. The outbreak of the war, the Iraq War, or the spread of Creutzfeldt-Jacobs disease, for example. He explained the principle behind his time machine as well as provided pictures of his operation manual to prove he was from the future. But in the end, he disappeared after about 4 months without revealing his identity to the public. At one point, his correct prediction became a hot topic even in Japan. Yes, he certainly did get some things right, but on the other hand, he missed several others. Some of his posts contradict each other too. That's why, to this day, most people doubt his authenticity as time traveler. So you're telling me after 10 years that some John Titor is now on at channel in Japan? Don't be ridiculous. What an obvious troll. First of all, John Titor is American, yet now he's posting on channel in Japanese. Let's just skim through his post for now. Alright, here we go. Long read. I don't mind even if you don't believe I came from the year 2036. It seems like everyone in this world line is interested about time machines, doesn't it? The time machine was deleted by CERN. They completed it in 2034. Time traveler, LOL. John Titor, LOL. Saw s'more on the time machine. Do they sell time machines? And how much do they cost? I got about 100 million stockpiled. CERN has a monopoly on time machines. Oh, sorry about that. No ordinary person, nor nation, nor business can acquire one. They only use them for their own personal interest, briefly the world into a dystopia. All conflicts disappear, but the only false peace. What does Sasmore mean? Why did you come to this time? Don't tell me the Akihabara satellite crash was your doing. Wait a minute, guys. Titor-san doesn't understand Achan lingo. Let's write in clean, easier to understand Japanese, okay? If you know what I mean. Just become a trip fag already. Okay, next one. I came here to fulfill the noble mission of changing my present. From your perspective, the future, I guess. I came here to destroy the dystopia CERN has built, and once again obtain your freedom. I feel very good about this era. People everywhere are enjoying their freedom. But you will all lose that freedom in merely 20 short years. Everyone must become aware of this fact. What's a trip bag? I'll be one if you tell me what it is. So let's see. Okay, so doesn't that make you CERN's underlining? If CERN has a monopoly on time machines, then you have to be. Therefore, your objective to destroy CERN's dystopia is a contradiction. Quote, etra demonstramio? I guess that's the right word. I'll probably push it to that. What's a dystopia? So what happens to the country? I don't think society can collapse in just 20 years. Falling into chaos like in the Middle East is seriously overused in manga and stuff. You plan on changing the future all by yourself, Mr. Titor? John Titor. Hey, how ignorant. I mean, it's peaceful. Who gives a shit about dystopia? I think I should call my time machine a prototype reverse engineer from CERN's technology. It's not very efficient. Relatively speaking, in 2036, the world is almost ruled like a dictatorship. A dictatorship asserts complete dominance over the people, deciding what they will eat, where they will live, and whom they will marry, with no sense of privacy whatsoever, and anyone who dares oppose the dictatorship is slaughtered. There are no trials. Okay. Stay right here. I only seen it in movies, but small changes in the past cause huge change into the future. Just by your presence, you change the present. So what will you do if you make unexpected changes to the future? Implying CERN equals dictatorship. Do you even know what CERN is? LOL. Is this a troll? Here we go. If we find this faggot's dad and kill him, then this Austic time traveler, LMAO, won't be born in the first place, am I right? Anyways, if you become a time traveler, could you go and meet up with your past selves? And what would happen if you do? Okay, you're talking about the so-called grandfather paradox, huh? That's been disproven. The world's line is divergence of 0.571024% compared to the world line I came from. Killing my father would wrap the divergency of the world line. It would create the possible world where my father is killed, but it's not like it would erase the world where he isn't. CERN is a particle physics research institution that hasn't changed in 2036. You certainly can meet your past self. The mainstream way of thinking in 2036 says that even if you do, nothing would happen. I, however, haven't met my past self. If you really are a time traveler, LMAO, then fucking prove it, faggot. Dump time machine pictures or GTFO. The many worlds interpretament? Fascinating. What does a particle physics research institution have to do with world domination? LOL. I do not feel the need to prove my own existence. After all, I'm only posting on these messages on a whim. I must stay silent due to my mission. What are world lines? What would happen if you met yourself on another world line? Late reply, but trip bag post equals posters with trip code. Put password after your name. LOL, backpedaling. There you go. World lines are like an infinite number of rivers following parallel. Along the way, many of them diverge. For example, whether or not you post on this image board has no effect on in this world's line's divergency. But if you were to be killed by a random attacker, then the world's line divergencies would change. However, it wouldn't change any more than 0.00002%, so that no misunderstands. Like, I would like to add that the human is only worth that much. That value skyrockets in the face of war, major acts of terrorism, etc. Thanks to whom taught me the crypt codes. It will be the best for me to use this from now on. I'll remember it. I'm a little tired today, so I'll save the rest for another day. It's been fun talking to everybody. Man, that kind of made my throat. Right there, I need some water. Hold on a second. There we go. It looks like they were really made compliment sites. Wait, I'm pretty sure they have had one for years. Titor's post clearly resembles what the original Titor posted 10 years ago. Several of Titor's books are available with Japanese translation. I happened to read one of them and got interested. That's how I can tell that the current @chan posters are about the same as one as 10 years ago. Just where did I leave that Titor book? I read it back in middle school, so maybe it's rotting on the back of the bookshelf somewhere back home. Anyways, I think this new John Titor's an imposter. No, not even an imposter. This is nothing but simple copy pasta. That channel has several enthusiasts. I know John Titor's not exactly a household name in Japan, but I doubt anyone would fall for this troll. Or so I thought. Several threads denizens have the complete opposite reaction. Actually, everyone's receiving this time trailer as if it were his first appearance. Nobody even touched upon the subject of his appearance 10 years ago. I thought it was weird, so I tried posting a retort, but everyone just ignored me. God damn it, what the hell? You can figure this out if you just did a little research, people. There's even a compilation site in America. There are even blogs posts about Titor in Japanese, far too many of them at that. I tried researching for John Titor just to make sure. About 12 results. Only 12? Moreover, all 12 are about the current Titor posting on @channel. I can't find a single trace of the Titor from 10 years ago. Bizarre. It just can't be. I searched for information on Titor a few years back. Back then, I got tens of thousands of hits. Is the search engine filtered? I tried searching for another site just to make sure, but it gave me the same results. I'm really not liking this. I feel like I'm the only one who wandered into another world. Is this another organization's conspiracy? Things are starting to get eerie. Yesterday and today have been nothing but chaos and confusion for me. Let's try calling Dadu. I'm sure he'll know about Titor. No doubt about it. After all, I talked about him with Dadu before, though I only vaguely remember the details of that conversation. But I am positive the conversation happened. I took my phone out of my bag, but calling is annoying and takes too long, so I just gave up. But I sent him in a mail on the way back to the lab, and he responded with his location. By May Queen, he means May Queen Nya, a maid's cafe. That was a regular there. Apparently 3D cat maids are fine too. Queen May Nya, basically cat cafe, huh? Right at the lab is only 3 minutes walk. Coming from Garumai Bashi Dori, take a left at Sumakui Saka crossing and you'll find it. That's where I'm heading now. It's usually busy in Akihabara during summer break, but now it's even busier because of the Radio Kaikan incident. There are areas blocked off yesterday, but it doesn't seem like they could keep Choi Dori closed for 2 days straight. I haven't seen a single police officer today. But it still looks like Radio Kaikan's off limits. The entrance shutters are closed, shut and sealed with yellow police tape.
謎の人工衛星墜落から一夜明けた秋葉原です。警察による規制は解除され、駅前にはものすごい数の人が集まっています。墜落した人工衛星がどこの国のものなのかについては現在も調査中とのことで、詳しいことが分かるまで撤去ができない状態です。警察の発表によりますと、爆発などの危険は今のところないということですが、秋葉原を訪れた買い物客や地元商店街の関係者からは不安の声が上がっています。
The media has dozens of cameras set up in front of the tape, and there are nearly twice as many onlookers as media members, enough to coat the entire street with people. Everyone looks up and points their phone cameras at the satellite-like object. So many people. This clamor is way more bizarre than a festival to someone like me who makes Akiba his hometown. But still, I wonder when they'll remove the satellite from Radio Kaikan. It wouldn't explode or anything, right? Since the surrounding area is no longer evacuated, I guess it's nothing dangerous at least. Or maybe they're just not worrying people to prevent mass panic. Today, like always, otakus visit Akiba to buy Edo donations, imports, versions of games or parts. Aside from the front of Radio Kaikan is the same everyday scenery. Akiba is truly peaceful even today. Even so, just like what was all that yesterday. It's just all hazy to me, but maybe I should investigate the cause. Maybe I become unable to distinguish reality from fantasy, like the media likes to say about teenagers these days. With that thought in mind, I'll look back down. And there right before me stands a woman holding her phone at eye level. She took a picture. Her phone lens was clearly pointed my direction. I tried to cover my face, but wasn't quick enough. I turned around to make sure. I thought someone she knew might be behind me, but that doesn't seem to be the case. She checks her phone without even looking at me. Before long, she turns her back at me, raises her phone to eye level again, and points her camera lens to some other pedestrian. Maybe she's indiscriminately shooting people, not just me. But still, I need to have a word with her. I'm being chased by the organization. I need to eliminate any possible of a photo leak. We live in a dangerous world. I don't want to be framed for a crime I didn't commit.
Wait!
Oh man. And that folks is, I'm done for the day. So hopefully, I know it's kind of, some people are saying this is probably boring because right now it's slow paced, but what are you gonna do? That's how all books and forms are, but this is visual. But I know it's a slow, steady pace, so don't worry, it gets better down the line. Probably like chapter 2 or 3 is when it starts to get really, really interesting and funny. But hopefully you guys enjoy this, and I'll leave you with this little background. So, till next time.